Hello, today we are going to learn about bearings. So how do we calculate bearings? So bearing is the angle in degrees measured clockwise from north. They are given as a three-figure bearing. So if the angle is, for example, 45 degrees clockwise from north, we should write it as 0.45 degrees. Let's have a look at this exercise. Find the bearing of point A from point B. If we follow the steps, which I have written here for you, first thing we need to do is we must join both points together with a straight line. So point A and B together with a straight line, okay? And now next step would be underline the word from. So let's do the first stage of this exercise. So says from point B. So from point B, together with the position, okay? From and the position. Why is this important? Underlining the from, the position, makes it visual to what point you have to draw the northern line from. You see, that is the key to finding the bearing. So it says from point B. Now, from point B, so from this point, we are going to draw the northern line. So it's going to be a vertical line like this, northern line. There you go. And draw the arrow to show the direction of the northern line, and the end for the northern line. Then it says the next bit would be measure the angle that goes from the northern line and the distance line. So the distance line is the AB. And the bearing is going to be just this angle here, so clockwise, all right? So it's not this angle here, be careful, this is from the northern line to this distance line clockwise. And then to measure this one, you can use a protractor, a 360-degree protractor, or the 181. So just measure the acute angle first, and then take it away from 360 degrees from the angles around the point rule, okay? Angles around the point, just like that. Okay, now next would be find the bearing of point B from point A. From point A, I'm going to underline this with two lines, from point A. And that means I have to draw a northern line from point A. So on this point here, a lovely, lovely, lovely long northern line, just like that, okay? Put an N, it is very important, and the arrow sign to show the direction of the northern line, so it's vertically upright. And then now, can you calculate the bearing? The bearing is the angle clockwise from the northern line to the distance line. There you go, just like that. So it's clockwise. Don't forget to draw the little arrowhead just to show the direction. It is clockwise, and it goes from the northern line to the distance line. So yeah, this angle here would make the bearing. And as you see, the angle, I mean, it could be, I mean, you measure it again. You can measure it. Or if you measured this angle already, and if you know this angle here already, both northern lines are parallel. And from the rule of parallel lines, then this angle here, which I'm going to call it with lowercase a, and I'm going to call this angle here with lowercase b, so this one here, okay? Then a plus b make 180 degrees, so a plus b as interior angles in parallel lines, so 180 degrees, which means if you know angle B already from the calculation you made in the first stage, that means you will be able to find angle A without needing the protractor. Here, the bearing out of the airport from the train station is 145 degrees, which means all this angle here is 145 degrees. Calculate the bearing of the train station from the airport from the airport, from the train station. So this one here is 145 degrees from the train station, from, okay? The bearing of the train station from the airport, So this angle here, the green one, is the angle that we have to calculate. Okay, so we've already followed the steps. I joined both train station and airport with a straight line. So this is the distant line. And I've drawn the northern lines to show where the bearing of the airport from the train station is. You see from the train station, see the northern line, and the angle is clockwise, 145 degrees. And here I've drawn already the northern line from the airport. So from here, from this point here, I label the northern line. I label the N for the northern line. And then I have drawn, can you see here, the arrow, the clockwise angle that goes from the northern line to the distant line. Right, so let's find out how much is the bearing. Here you are. So both lines, so the northern line here, okay, and both northern lines are parallel, which means this angle here, can you see this angle here, on which I am going to label it as angle A lowercase. There you go. So this angle here, so I'm going to write it over there. So A plus 145 degrees equals 180 degrees. Let me write the sign of the angles 180 degrees, and why you must reason it as interior angles, so int angle of parallel lines. Okay, lines, which is in this case, let's label northern lines as N1 as N2. So N1 parallel N2, just like that. Just like that, right? Which means angle A, it is going to be 180, take away 145. So angle A is going to be 35 degrees. So this angle here is 35 degrees. Now, how much would be the green angle, the angle that I have labeled in green? So we know that angles around a point add up to 360 degrees. So it's going to be 35 degrees plus, I'm going to label the green angle as A capital, okay? Plus angle A capital, right, equals 360 degrees. You can add as well the sign of the angle, yeah? And so that makes angle A, if you take away 35 from both sides, so angle A is going to be 325 degrees. So this is how you calculate this angle without needing the use of the protractor. So 325 degrees, here it is. So bearing, calculate the bearing. So bearing equals 325 degrees. So it is a 3-digit form of the bearing. We don't have to add a 0 in front because 3 digits bearing should be written as a 3-digit bearings. Right. Now here, this is your independent work. It is quite similar to the exercise we just did for you. Just follow the steps. I changed the angle. Follow steps. It's very important to follow the strategies, to learn the strategies by heart, and that will help you solve even more challenging questions. Remember, when you deal with bearings, and if it says from the something, something, underline it, and that's where you draw the northern line, okay? And then to calculate the angles, think a little bit with parallel lines, interior angles, angles around a point, angles in 180 on a straight line. There are so many different ways. And of course, you can use a protractor, but so many different ways of calculating the angles. And the other thing you have to remember, it is presenting the bearings, of course, in 3 digits, 3-digit bearings. So well done. Thank you very much for watching Math Steps. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.